Hurricane Debby has strengthened into a Category 1 storm as its eyes on Florida's Big Bend region, where it's expected to make landfall later today.
3 states have made emergency disaster declarations now ahead of the storm, which is expected to slow and dump historic and bring potentially catastrophic amounts of rain over the next few days. Brian Abel is in Centerville, Florida, where they've seen less than a year ago a Category 3 hurricane.
Winds picked up here and then died down a little bit as the eye wall of Debby makes its way onto shore. Already, 100,000 people here in Florida are without power. And as Hurricane Debby makes landfall, there are fears of up to 6 to 10 feet of storm surge.
A lot of panic going on, and it's understandable, especially with the people that got flooded 11 months ago when we had Idalia come through.
4th and 5th generation Floridians, the McDavids, have been through their fair share of storms, including last year's Category 3 Hurricane Idalia.
A lot of wind, sporadic rain. You can get huge rainfall. The worst scenario is for it to sit offshore for about 3 days and dump 50 inches of rain or something.
Unfortunately, that's a scenario that looks like it could come to fruition with this storm. According to the National Hurricane Center, Debby strengthened overnight Sunday into a Category 1 hurricane ahead of its expected landfall in Florida's Big Bend region. The storm is expected to slow to a crawl after landfall and unleash potentially historic rainfall in Georgia and South Carolina over the next few days.
Rainfall is expected to be around 20 inches in the area of Savannah, and locally possibly even more. They're calling it a 500 to 1,000-year storm. And so with that, we're extremely concerned about flooding.
Flooding and high water rescues were underway Sunday night in the Tampa Bay area as Debby closed in on Florida with hurricane-force winds and heavy rains, signaling more of what's to come.
Make sure you're executing your plan now. There may be immediate impacts that you see, but you could also see flooding that happens days afterwards, after the storm passes.
And as Debby comes on shore, it's coming at a snail's pace, under 10 miles per hour, and bringing with it potentially historic flooding. The average for the entire month of August alone on Savannah and Charleston. In Steinhatchee, Florida, Brian Abel reporting.